If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. I put my money in a strong position. They try to tell me I can't win, it's just a stupid superstition. Cause when I focus, you will notice that I'm winning. We demolish every bookie, there ain't no competition. Now listen, I would never give you shitty picks and do you wrong. Come and join the Discord, tell these bets and hit the bone. Cooking up a parlay super under center song. We be really winning, this ain't just to make another song. So if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we coming in and we taking all the money.
Just cash.
They can't do nothing to stop us.
Just cash.
Hey, fuck these bookies, man.
Just cash.
They wanna limit me cause I win. Label me the enemy cause all I do is win. Just give us a try, this is where it all begins. I'm not gonna lie, all I know how to do is just win. If you love making money and wanna win,
Just
they wanna
cash.
limit me cause I win.
Just cash.
If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash. Just cash.
Just cash.
love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. Love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash.
Hey, hold up. Fuck, I lost too much money on that shit. You fucking fuck off. Hey, it's just
Just cash.
He said, "You fucking bitch! I lost too much money on that shit." Damn, bro, broke his TV. That's crazy. What's up, E?
Yo, what's going on? Welcome back, everyone. Coming at you with this Thursday. It is Just Cash. What's good, fam? Joined as always by Underrated. What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm pretty dang good, man. We were super close to a sweep yesterday. Everything looked great. Everything hit except for good old Sears at the end. He was a late little ad we did, and then the one play from stream that missed. That was looking good until last minute he missed that free throw. It's the only reason why we didn't sweep the stream. So hey, I mean, you can't be mad about that. When they're that close to a sweep, you always want that sweep, but hey, it is what it is. You get close to it like that, you know it's coming. So I feel good about that.
Yeah, man. I mean, one brutal hook with Nick Martinelli. You know, he just couldn't find his shot. The volume was there all day, and really unfortunate that he missed that last set of free throws. He didn't go 100%. And then we had Sears. He hooked by a bucket. So, I mean, the reads and everything were there. Just a bit unfortunate down the stretch. And, still overall 4-2. Can't complain about that. That's still well over a 50% hit rating. So, we still ended up making some money. And, yeah, man, we're back at it again today. We'll tell you guys, I think today we're going to play on the lighter side. We got, as you can see, still the two plays from yesterday and then some exposure from this Illinois-Nebraska game. But the slate overall, super mid as far as like the other games. There's a lot of projected blowouts, and there's a couple of teams that we don't even have props for their opponents. So, just a bit of a mess in that regard, but we do have a massive Friday and Saturday coming up. Saturday's always going to be the bangers, and tomorrow they actually seem like they're giving us another nice slate. So we are going to be expecting another 2-stream day. Make sure you guys are going to follow us for that down below. Hit that like and subscribe button before we hop into it, and links further on down in the description for our Discord. So hop in there. We're running the free 7-day 7-day free trial. So hop in there, check it out, get that overnight access. All right, man, you ready to kick it off?
Let's do it. Big C Dot's here too. So, we always feel good when Big C Dot's here.
Yes, sir. Welcome, fam. Good to see everyone. We do have a 30-minute earlier lock today, so with it being a shortened day, we might cut out of here just a little bit early. I think, biggest news that we're going to be waiting on today is Tyler B. from UCLA. He was out this last game again. Looked like he was, practicing today, trying to play, but we're still waiting on news for that.
Right. Questionable, late night game. If he's out, I wouldn't mind daily again. PRA. It's not too high yet. So something to look at later.
Yeah, man. 100%. It's going to be the same usual suspects. Kobe Johnson. There was some speculation about him having to pick up the offensive usage, and we definitely did not see that. So I think that's pretty well proven that we can't trust him. But Eric Daly, for sure, was a direct beneficiary of these injuries. I like him overall. The PRA, the points again, in consideration. Sky Clark showed a little bit of flash this last game, but, just another kind of inconsistent player. One that I would say keep on the radar is going to be Dylan Andrews. If I had to pick something, probably the PA, but we will need injury news or confirmation for that later on. Let me see just real quick what the line's looking like. Yeah, let's see. Daly did open at 18.5. I think the points were the same, but they did jump the PRA up by 1. It's a bit unfortunate.
Bastards.
Yeah, okay, see here, Dylan Andrews, I can get behind this PRA. It's pretty low, 14.5. Even the PA at 12.5, that's a thinker. I think probably the PRA. I mean, if the guy's scoring, doing his thing, we've seen the playmaking really come up as of late, so I do like that. Had this one game out and then came back in with a starting unit. The minutes could be a little bit better, I will say, but admittedly, I mean, we've seen almost double-digit field goal attempts in the last 4 games here. Plus, the RA could be better than what it looks on the surface. So, one of those two guys, Daly and then Dylan Andrews.
Okay. Guess what C-Dot said? He said, me and you are still his favorite 2 white boys.
Hey, appreciate that.
And he said free Youngin. Youngin!
That's right. Yeah, we need a hashtag free Youngin. We need him to be like the Eagles and fly, birdie fly, come back to us.
Come on, bro. He said hit the like button too. Yeah, if anyone hasn't hit the like button yet and you're in here, hit the like for us. That would help us out. Get us out there in the good old searches for people to find our stream. That would be awesome. Let's fucking go. We're sweeping today, C Dot says. Q Donkey says Martinelli PR was the move. When we were talking the points of the PR, he must have covered the PR. That's dope. That's what's up.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens. That's what's up. Good. Hopefully you took the PR and it made sense. Ant the Kid says they really got Nate Biddle at 1.5 threes. Crying laughing face. I know you want to look at that.
Yeah, man. Honestly, he's just been such a hit or miss as far as like his production on offense. I mean, yeah, we've seen, in the mid stretch of this last month and early part of January where he was being able to kind of, raise up from 3 here and there. But as overall volume has been, extremely sketchy. We saw these 2 games here where he had just, obvious elevated usage, and he's probably feeling himself a little bit more from the perimeter, but that's really not his forte. I mean, we're talking somebody who takes on average 3.6 attempts and converting it maybe not even a 30% rating. So what actually is the odds for that? It's could be a little bit better. 0.82 is definitely not bad. I mean, we're gonna have to parlay with that with something. Could you do me a quick favor and see, does Fliff have access for this?
Biddle threes? Let's look.
Yeah.
He said, also while I'm looking, he said Haggerty PRA, if you want to look at that. And I'll let you know here in a second.
Yeah, I believe they bumped Haggerty. His points, I know, definitely bumped up some.
Biddle's...
This dude's been kind of on a heater.
Biddle's 1.5 is minus 195 for the under. So that underdog is a lot better than Fliff, at least. Look on Outlier and see what they say about the other sites. Is that something that you would want to play if it was better odds or no? Little hit or miss. He hasn't shot threes recently, right? But it looks like...
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a low volume shooter just in general. So it's really just sweating if he hits that first one or not. Like this game, thankfully, it blew out, so he didn't get there. Penn State he wasn't able to get there either. It's definitely not a bad play. This feels like they kind of were on the fence about leaving him at a 0.5 prop, and good chance that he was a 0.5 prop in this whole stretch here, and then here towards the end they probably moved him up to 1.5, left him for a game, and left him for another game. So this would be the last game that we would get him at 1.5. Yeah, I can get behind that. We are going to have to parlay it with something, so that is an unfortunate drawback. But at least on Underdog, where you have to play 2 or more, this is not a bad spot.
Bet 365 minus 180. Underdog. 0.82 is minus 200. Yeah, I guess it is. I didn't know we were playing that low of numbers when it's 0.82. But anyways, what were we gonna say?
Now, there's a couple of things that I would love to see. One, I would really love if Tyler is actually out, because we talked about this last time. Big Mara here, this dude is no joke, man.
Mm-hmm.
I said, look out for his block prop. They had him at 1.5. Oh my God, so free. So free.
Yeah. I saw the coach talking about him too, and they were trying to figure out a way to play him together. So, because he's so good.
Man, I hope so.
Yeah. Why not? I mean,
yeah.
Billy, though, is small. He could play, plays the 4 anyways, doesn't he?
Yeah, he definitely can play the 4. I mean, personally, I would much rather them have him slide him down to the 4, move Eric Daly down to the 3.
Yeah.
Sky Clark.
Woo.
Sky
UCLA
Clark
would
can probably just straight up come out of the starting 5.
They'd be big. They had all those guys in there.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
So, keep an eye out for that news. We should get it at least somewhere sandwiched around this last game over here. I don't think we're going to get it for the early ones, but there's some stuff. And plus, we'll have the slate for tomorrow to work with. So keep an eye out for this. I like that play a lot if Tyler's out, because this dude ain't having that.
I think Tyler's going to play.
That's my only thing, man.
Yeah.
That's my only concern. And so if he plays, I mean, he could be a little bit more compromised, obviously. Maybe we see some reduction in minutes, but he's a much worse defender. I mean, this dude averages like 0.5 blocks on the season, and the other guy averages like 4 blocks on the season. So big difference.
Alrighty. And then Haggerty, PRA, were you looking at that when I so rudely interrupted you?
No, you're good. Haggerty definitely gave him the business last year. I'll say small red flag there. It's a good matchup for his RA upside, which we've seen, flashes kind of back and forth between that. His RA is a little bit more priced up right now, so small tax there. Namely the rebounds. He's really struggling to get over this 5.5 marker. The assists are a real crapshoot, so you're getting a lot of value just straight up from the RA. The points, though, he's a dangerous play sometimes, but 21.5 is pretty high. I thought they bumped him down already. Yeah, so he's 20.5 here. Was there a line in that question?
No, just said Haggerty, PRA.
Okay.
I think
so. If you can still,
sorry, the 29.5's been there for forever, right?
That I'm not 100% sure about, to be totally honest.
I'm pretty
with you.
sure. Pretty sure it was.
We just need Memphis to come out and handle business. Like, if they keep playing with their food like they've been doing in these couple of games here, like Wichita, man, they should have just absolutely destroyed that team. Temple, like, I can't believe they actually lost to them. They've been playing down to a lot of their opponents, and this last game, thankfully, they were able to handle business and close it out in the second half. That would be my only concern, but Haggerty on the road has been home road splits favoring, doing worse on the road, so I get it from there. He's definitely taxed up, especially with like I said, the RA, the assist more than anything, but he's a dangerous player sometimes he just gets hot from the field and he can be unstoppable, but I don't mind it. It's a pace neutral spot, so you're not really getting anything either way.
All right. And Caleb says 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 3 made for Biddle is minus 140.
Hey, there you go.
If you want to rely on Biddle hitting a 3 now. Caleb, but I mean, hey, to each their own.
Well, we're
E2's
talking
here.
about Haggerty.
But what about E2? E?
Hey, E2 and you?
E2 and you? What's up, guys? What's up, E2?
What's up, dude? While we're talking about Haggerty, though, it didn't make the official play because it's not the best matchup, but I got to shout out also his 2.5 turnovers. I mean, this guy's just been a machine all season.
Oh, Haggerty. His name's Haggard. He's Haggard. All right. Well, that's about the questions to start it off. If you want to go through the ones that we were liking, and then yeah, we can. I mean, it's a small slate today. We picked a few. I mean, what? There's only 3 or 4 games that are even got props for, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we had, maybe 6 games or something overall. 2 of them, we didn't really get any props for the opposing team. And there is a handful of blowouts tonight, too. So, definitely keep that in mind. Some of the games maybe could stay a little bit more competitive with the road team being the favorite. But some of these home matchups are going to be probably a blowout. But I think today, honestly, there was a lot of could be, maybes. But the ones that we felt the strongest were, Thornton here, which we played numerous times. We'll kind of briefly touch on him again. Cass, we played. Yeah, super pause. No diddy. Cass, we played a handful of times anyways. But we are catching him with some favorable line movement. And the fact that their big is still out, the center. Like this matchup, we always talk about threes versus Nebraska. So these guards are going to guard. All right, so let's start it off with Bruce Thornton, going back to the old faithful, good old trusty.
Oh, yep, big Bruce. Don't do it to us today, Bruce, you dick.
Yeah, he spiked us this one game here against Purdue, which was real surprising for the given matchup on the road. But
bro, that might have been my fault. Remember, he had 0 at halftime, and I was talking shit. Probably jinxed it. It's probably the only reason he got 5. It had nothing to do with anything else. It was just me talking shit. He had 0 at halftime. Remember that? I was talking shit. I was like, "Haha, youngin, send my other $10 to this Cash App. You already have my Cash App. Ha 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 ha." And then he got 5. And fucked me. I think he got 3 in a row, sometime in the second half. But anyways, yes, that's if he does it again, bro. What? I'd be surprised. It's a bad spot, but bro, we got Big Mobley. So, anyways, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just thinking that 5 right there was funny. That was a funny 5. You can just toss that out because I jinxed it. So remove that 5 and look at all those red lines.
Yeah, this was a total fluke. I mean, the sequence that burned us, he ended up racking up 3 assists. I think it was in like less than a minute. Just something totally outlandish, and ended up covering that at the end of the game. But it's unfortunate. I will say, I think in this particular matchup, I'm looking forward to more of a scoring bounce back spot. We've seen him kind of take a downturn the last 2 games, and it was really not from a lack of trying or the lack of volume, just basket, not being made. So this particular matchup looks pretty appealing in the regard. His on-court matchup, I think, is definitely not a bad one. He is going to be going up against Ace Baldwin, who creates a handful of turnovers, and he's a reasonable defender. But Thornton's going to have some body and some size on him, and his ability to get to the free throw line, I think, is definitely going to be a bit more problematic for Ace. Ace is a crafty player, don't get me wrong, but Thornton is quite the menace, and Ohio State's going to have, I think, a lot of size in this matchup. So it's not something that, he necessarily needs to rely on dishing it off to his bigs, but they should be able to set a really nice pick and roll sequence for him. And if they can try to also draw fouls on one of their best scorers on the other side with Ace, that's going to limit in the backswing their offensive production. So I think the pressure is going to be on Ace to try and slow Thornton down today. Sean Stewart's going to have his hands full with Niederhausen down low. Devin Royals, so hit or miss. So, it's going to leave really just buckets going out to Mobley and Parrish, which will also segue us into the next play with John Mobley, his PA. Now, this was kind of a, one that you were keeping on the radar from last game, and it came through. But we did get some favorable line movement, we had his PA at 15.5 yesterday. They bumped him down to 14.5, and that obviously looks a lot better. But kind of curious, why do you think they did that?
Because they're dumb as fuck. No,
You think so?
I mean, no, they're not dumb, but I'm really not sure. If you look at his PA or you look at his props in the last 5, that's usually the reason why people do shit like that. And you see that 8 and that 9 there in the last 2 out of 5 games. You see the low minutes in that game there. That's the scary part. That's the part where people might have just been like, people are just game log lookers. Personally, Mobley's been balling for when he's got the ball. You can see at the beginning of the season, he didn't start until 7-8 games in. He's a freshman. He's just learning, but he's a baller. He's athletic. He can pass. He had 8 assists last game. That's also why we kind of like that Bruce under today too. So if they give him the minutes they gave him in the Iowa game, he should get there. Why did it go down? I believe just because he's a little inconsistent being a freshman, like I said. Some of these matchups weren't the easiest for him, so the game log doesn't look so great. I think that's the only reason it went down. And also, remember this game was posted 2 days before, so it gives people time to bet on it. It's probably a big part of it too. So Underdog always has their lines a lot of times up before other sites, so they just put 15.5. They just basically guessed. That could be another reason, Then the books come out with their lines, and then Underdog says, "Oh, wait a minute, let me move mine down a little bit. If you're at 14.5, I'll go down there too." So it could have been that also. Either way, to me, I've been doing this long enough. Unless there's something we don't know about, which is always a chance, but it's less of a chance. The main thing is probably people looked at those logs and weren't happy and bet it under, or like I said, Underdog had it high, and then books came in and said put it at 14.5. They copied them, and here we are. It doesn't scare me though. It doesn't make me like to play worse. It makes me like to play more. So I put another half unit on it at 14.5 because it's super easy for him to do this. He just got to have a above average game. We'll be good to go.
Yeah, man. Looking at the matchup here too, pretty solid for the scoring, pretty phenomenal for the playmaking upside, and his on-court matchup either, also doesn't really scare me that much. Penn State is really struggling with some of the guards. I think we're going to see more scoring outlet from these two guys than the actual playmaking. But these both of the guards trade off as far as bringing the ball up and running the offense as a point guard. So it sets up a little bit better for scoring upside, also for Thornton being able to be the slasher. But Mobley, man, like you mentioned, he's just kind of a young buck trying to find his way. But the fact that, we've seen in 2 of the more recent games where he had heavier minutes, he was picking up his 3-point volume. So I think that's something that this team has also been really lacking, is their reliable 3-point shooting, and was also another reason why I believe Coach went with him as opposed to the other guard off the bench. And, really we're just kind of looking, as you said, an average game, just the minutes, hopefully to be over 30, and him to come out and shoot his threes and play make like he's been doing. So
Yeah,
I don't mind that. It's
8 assists is a lot last game. If he just gets even close to that, will be good.
Yeah, and he does get the benefit of a nice little pace up here and everything. But rookie struggles are going to happen. The young bucks are going to struggle from time to time. But I think we're catching him up on this nice upswing. Last 4 out of 5 games over a 30% or almost a 30% usage rating. So that's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, he's got a lot of when I was doing searches for him on Twitter, just trying to figure out shit. A lot of people have faith in him. He's a super highly ranked freshman. He's not in that top 10 that we always talk about, the Cooper Flags, the Dylan Harpers, the Ace Baileys, but he's in the next tier. So I think he can make this happen. E2 says, I thought Lawan Watts was on the list. Did we have Watts on the list? I know it's in the play channel. Did we remove it from the list? Or we never put it on there?
No, he was never on the list, but we do need to add it though.
I saw his PRA bumped a whole, I think it was 25.5 last night. Now it's 26.5. So would you still, I don't know if I'm going to play it at 26.5. His assists still look good though. His assists are at 4.5.
No, the assists are definitely appealing. If we could find the same line, then yeah, obviously we'll have it on the list because it is a posted play already. We just totally forgot to add it. But if you guys are in the Discord, you got that early value. So again, make sure you guys are hopping in there, check it out.
Yeah, I'll add it in here in a second. So Penn State game is going to be played at their rec arena. It's going to be lit, Caleb says. Going to
nice.
feel like a packed environment with the crowd on top. Loud as fuck. Are you going to that game? Is that what I'm hearing, Big Caleb? That'd be sick. Let me add Watts to the list. I'll put it at the bottom here, and I'll put what Coach posted last night at 25.5. And so if you can find the 25.5, have at it. If you weren't in the Discord, probably pass, unless you want to be that person that gets mad when he gets 26. But it's up to you.
I don't mind his straight up assist either.
Yeah, they look good, don't they? Good spot. And he's been
great matchup.
Right, and he's been murdering that. So, and Pacific is trash. The only thing I did notice is Pacific is slow pace. That might be the only problem. That is the only problem, I should say. Is it at Pacific? Do you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Over 25.5 PRA. Any chance you know the total? No. I can look over here.
149.5.
Thank you. All right.
And Washington is 11.5 point favorites.
Okay. Cool. Thanks for reminding us there, E2. What the heck? That was weird. Did you see that? What the fuck was that?
cover left.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck was that? Why is it doing? Oh, it's because I didn't put a space after that. Don't mind me.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, let's see. Okay, so we talked about Watts. Kind of touched on that real fast. Let's head over to this Illinois at Nebraska. So we got two players that we're going to be pretty interested here in, and one of them's Big Casp. Poor unfortunate fella has been struggling with some foul trouble the last couple games, and coming off of a really kind of a stinker against Northwestern. Thought he was going to have a little bit of a better game than that, but the minutes are still just one thing I absolutely love about him. The minutes and the usage rating. So this last game, terrible performance, and for him, he's been really solid on the road. Actually has better home road splits. Looks like he does more shooting, overall scoring, and being able to shoot the threes. So the 3-point upside is really what we're looking for here. Nebraska is just absolutely bleeding threes. We talk about it every time they're on the slate. They're dying to the 3-point line. I mean, virtually every 3-point shooter has exceeded their mark, even with adjusted lines in like the last month straight. So Casp, yes, we do come with a bit of a foul risk, and that's unfortunate. We are catching his lines at a very favorable number. 16.5 has been, way too low for the last month and a half of production that we've gotten out of him. I like him quite a bit. So we kind of took a split between the 16.5 points and the RA. Did that open at 8.5 or 9.5? Yeah, 9.5 RA. Really good value on that. Believe that ended up moving to 10 and 10.5 today, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it was the other way around again. It was 10.5 last night, and now it's 9.5. With a lot of juice on the over. Right. They both went the other way. It's crazy. So I was like, okay, cool. So they want to give us better odds? Okay, let's do it. So I put another half on both of them. Fuck them. C-Dot says Mobley's back to 15.5 PA also. So they're moving back. They're realizing, oh, wait a minute. So good. Thank you for giving us a better play there, Underdog.
Yeah, it looks like Underdog went ahead and adjusted them. PrizePicks already adjusted them, so hopefully you guys got that. I believe Hot Streak and Parlay still have them available. Yeah, so the 16.5 points is still there.
That moved
They
down,
just
though.
locked up.
Got 1.69. I think that was 1.8 something yesterday.
Yeah, that moved a little bit. The RA is still definitely in play. 1.8, it's not bad.
The RA, 9.5 on Underdog still, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a smash, I think.
Oh, wait, hold on. No, it's 10.5.
Oh, so they gave us basically the two things that moved down on us overnight, moved back to where we had them. Okay. Whatever. If you got them in the last few hours in the Discord, you're stoked. We got better lines.
Yeah. Bro, look at that payout, though. That's dookie for 10.5, .89. That's horrible.
That's how it was last night. Close to that. I think it was juiced on the over. Pretty sure.
But still, for a whole point, and now it's still that awful. That doesn't make any sense.
It moved so fast. I think they made a mistake with that 9.5, bro. That doesn't make sense. Like I said, he's Cooper Flag light, bro. He can get that.
Yeah, so we caught some really good line movement with that. The RA especially, you could still find the points at 16.5, so that is, kind of is what it is. But the RA, catching a full point value for apparently the same payout, that's hell yeah, sign me up.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. They must have messed up.
Okay.
I mean, the Mobley one didn't make sense either, to be honest. The only reason it did is because that game he had, where he had those weird minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened that game. Hope he doesn't do that to us tonight. He has fucked me now that I think about it a couple times. He better get this tonight.
Yeah, I got faith in a little bit of a bounce back game here for him on the road. There shouldn't be any real foul risk for him at all. I mean, unless he's just having awful offensive turnovers or being just dumb. He shouldn't get into foul trouble this game. I mean, that really hasn't been Nebraska's forte. They're not locking down any of the wing players, so it's on him. Whatever bonehead mistakes he makes is just going to be unfortunate, but I like it. We've seen a lot of the real flash for, I wouldn't even say upside. I think this is closer to his normalcy. We've just seen, the back and forth struggles, the injury that he was dealing with more recently, and all that stuff with the team, losing their center too, changing the composition of, how the offense runs is kind of an adjustment too. But great matchup. I think one of these two guards is going to absolutely feast, if not both of them. And yeah, man, that makes me so happy to at least lock in that extreme value with the RA. Love that. Love it.
Yeah, man. And you know what I noticed that's really cool? There's not a lot of games, but these games are fun. And we do have a decent amount of exposure to these games. We have a couple props in both games. We have, and what else is cool is the time of these games. The first one's at 3:30, the next one's right after, and then we have the UCLA game at the end of the night. So it's set up for a cool night, even though there's not a lot of games. Still interesting.
Yeah, and it'll be one of the rare nights that we actually can watch like almost every single game, almost start to finish.
Hell yeah. That's what I've been doing during, we get off here, find a couple more plays. Day starts, I just try to watch as much and as many teams I haven't got to see yet play. It's fucking fun. College is sick.
I love it, man. It's been such a unique experience this year that, with it only being our first year doing it, we've had wildly good success. And now next year, man, it's going to be just next level.
Oh yeah. No, I think from here on out, it should be like that. I think we're learning all the players even more, seeing how these changes go. There might have been a spot here in the last couple of weeks where the bookies had to adjust because, they play all the shitty teams in the first few weeks, and then they start doing the conference play and actually having good games. So you get some fucked up lines at that point. Now they're kind of catching on. There's still some changes happening, and the more we learn, the better it will be. C-Dot says Lawan PRA is removed from Fliff.
Yeah, they're tweaking his lines everywhere, it seems like.
His what's scary about him is he's obviously one of their best players, and his assists have been on fire. He's just been doing great lately. But this matchup, man, the team is sorry as fuck, but they're slow as fuck too. That's the only thing that's scaring me off of him a little bit. So if you already got the 25-5, you're stoked. But if you play it any higher, I don't know, man. You might have to just watch and cheer for everyone who had the 25-5.
Yeah, especially with them being such heavy favorites, they
Yeah.
could come out and just absolutely handle things. So you'd really be racking up or really be banking on him to be efficient and what little scoring or shooting he may or may not do. And I mean, you're going to live and die by that assist. So I almost think in that regard, like if you're going to play him late like this, just take the assist straight up because the PRA, you're paying a full point tax.
C-Dot says, what about his points? Green Goblin 11.5 points on PP. I know you guys hate PP, sorry. Oh my gosh. You just sent this feeling when he said PrizePicks. Bro.
Yeah, you could get away with the Goblin.
PrizePicks, fuck. C-Dot, that hurt, bro. That hurt. Okay. If you guys have any more questions or plays you want to look at, drop them in the chat. We got 30 people watching, 15 likes. Appreciate you guys. If you could hit the like if you haven't yet, that would be super, super duper dope. Because guess what, bro? That gets us more people in here. Every time you guys hit the like, it makes it hit on the search engines for YouTube. So if you hit it, I know it sounds silly, but that's really what it does. So YouTube makes us say it. If we want to grow, we have to be annoying. So hit the like if you can. That help us out a lot. And guess what, E? We're at 990. We need 10 more subs.
Oh, snap. Let's go. 10 more.
10 more subs to 1,000. Oh, shit. Maybe we'll get it tomorrow on our night stream. Woo-wee.
Hey, I hope so. And reminder, we are planning on doing something for that milestone. So let's make it happen, folks. Appreciate you guys.
Hell yeah. And the best part is winning money. This part's fun and all. But later at the end of the night, when you look at your plays and you look at your account balances, how fun is it when you just unit, couple units, 2-3 units. How good do you feel before you go to sleep? Something about it, right?
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I like making money and while we're betting.
It's so strange. Like, why are they allowing us to make money off things that are fun? I still haven't figured that part out yet. This is fun, and then they pay us for it. Okay. Weird.
All right, y'all. We got one last play that we're going to talk about, and I think it's, in regards to, I don't want to say it's a hedge play to cast, but in a sense, it definitely is because we don't want to put all the eggs in one basket with just the one guard. But I do like the value that we were getting at this 12.5 points for Kylan Boswell. Now, PrizePicks took an interesting approach today, and they almost got me on it. But I think I got to read the room and I got to read the trap that they're laying. So we always joke and we always talk about the most popular play being the cursed one. Okay, riddle me this, Batman. Why is PrizePicks is the only site to have this prop listed at 22 flat. He's 23.5 PRA, every other site, every other book, yada yada. Most popular play, super discount, but they didn't move this after they bumped his points from 12.5 to 13. So you're telling me the most popular play that you bumped, you didn't bump the full line for. That just, man, it smells so fishy. It smells so weird here. But I think personally, the best value for him is going to be from the straight up points. So if we look at him on the season, he has been very consistent with getting over this 12.5. And I think they know that. And that's why they're leaving that trap play up there.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Bingo. There you go.
Don't get me wrong. I think he's a very solid candidate for the upside. The matchup and all that stuff is very solid today. But if we're talking overall hit rating, if you look at the PRA on the season, it's barely a 50%, and that's with it being at the discounted line. But if you look at the points on the season, we're getting an extra 10%. Plus, I mean, it's not even like he's, just barely clearing these lines in some of the games. I mean, he's crushing it in some of these. And in particular, he's been their road warrior. So you can see this is a road game, a bunch of road games where he just popped off, and he's done it all season. So I like him for this matchup. I believe he's cleared it in all but one road game or two road games. Yeah, so all but one road game on the season. He's been very consistent. The RA has been kind of the wild, wild west. I think if I had to pick something, maybe the PR is a little bit more consistent, but just a straight up points. I mean, somebody who's averaging almost 15 points on the road this season, I think it's a very solid hedge to our Casper plays.
Caught him. You caught him. You caught him, E. That is what it is, bro. And that's it goes right with the PrizePicks as shithead fuck faces. But it's not a bad thing that they're doing. But that's how smart they are. That's why they're number one. That's why they got all the people there. But it's a game. They're trying to beat us. So they're like, look, man, if I put this down at 22.5 or 22.5, is that what it was? Or 22 even? People are going to click on this.
Flat.
Yeah, people are going to click on this and people are going to think it's going to work. It's just like those last five shit that they always try to do. Hey, they get people that are surface bettors. We call them surface bettors. And people that just look at the game log, the last five, and, don't do all the research they need to do. They're going to make money from that watch. I mean, maybe he will go over it today, but you caught their bitch asses. That's exactly what they did. That's crazy. What do you think?
I just don't see any. I don't see any world that he doesn't get this PRA without scoring 13 points. And they know. I mean, so even here on Underdog, he's favored slightly for the over 23.5, but he's a pretty heavy favorite to go under the RA. Just saying, man, don't make any sense.
Yeah. Underdog's not as smart as PrizePicks. Those PrizePicks bookies are smart. They fuck up on the little stupid stuff, like the darts and the funny shit. But, yeah. Trap! That's why their tacos are so trappy, too. Those bastards. What were you going to say?
I wouldn't be surprised if he has a 14, 4, and 3, or like some combination of a 14 and 8, where he gets exactly 22, if not 21. I would not be surprised today.
Did you see Terry Rozier got in trouble for gambling some fucking fixed game type of thing, I think it was? I don't know. I only read the headlines, but you see that or no?
Oh, bro, the whole like Kansas City Chief situation right now, the narrative and all that stuff being pushed, the conspiracy theorists are coming out of the woodworks right now. There are some very unhappy fans.
Yeah, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, that one little fourth down play in the Buffalo game was a pivotal moment in that game. So I understand that. That was weird.
Ooh, the spies are looking. Look at this.
Who's
Talking
in here?
about him.
Who's in here who works for Underdog? Show yourself.
They just took him this game down. Some of these guys. We didn't get any news, did we?
What is it?
Oh, I guess
Illinois?
he's confirmed that he was out. I thought he was already ruled out today, anyways.
Yeah, so did I. Oh well. Q-Donkey says Nate Biddle PRA. You looked at his threes. And I know you played his rebounds that one time and he had a legacy cover. But
Yeah, he did.
what do you think about his PR today? I know UCLA's tough.
So honestly, same situation. We're just waiting on Tyler news. If Tyler is playing today, I like Nate quite a bit to see him really attack and get after him. But if Tyler's out, I do fear the backup center because that dude is a no-fly zone right now inside the paint. So just keep an eye out for that. I think with him playing, I'll be totally fine with that. And honestly, that's going to more than likely talk me off of a lot of UCLA in general. But from the Oregon side of things, I think Biddle is pretty solid pending news. I know Angel was a very popular play, the 8.5 points, which I get. He's popped off these 3 games in a row, but I'm seeing 1, some sketchy minutes here, and this is not from foul trouble, and 2, his shot volume is almost doubled from what he's done for most of the season, or at least this last entire month of December. I don't know about that one. But one that really stood out for me is kind of like a mid-tier play. They got Shellstad at 12.5 points today, and I believe like 17 PRA. Yeah, 17 PRA. Very low lines for him. You know, again, you mentioned it's a pace down, slower matchup regard, but these are quite low lines for him. And you can see, you know, he's been pretty consistent. The guy basically lives around 11 to 15 points. The playmaking a little bit more volatile, but 17.5 PRA in the 12.5 points, that's a low bar.
Yeah, I like him.
Also think about that too with the Tyler news. So if that's going to put me off of Nate Biddle, I'd probably lean a little bit more into Shellstad here.
Just a lean now, but I can
Yeah.
see it. I can see it. Yeah. Okay. Shoot balls here. Shoot ball. Welcome. New name.
What's good?
PJ Haggerty for 21 points is the question. Talked about Haggerty till you are going to throw up so far today. But what about his straight points?
Yeah, so if you have access to Underdog, I believe he's still 20.5. I play the 20.5, 21.5. I'm probably good on that personally. Yeah, he's still 20.5 over here. Let's see if old prize pickers bumped him up.
Shit picks. Googly-eyed UFC ring girls here. You have the name that makes me think, are you really a UFC ring girl? Wow, that would be great, honey.
Yeah, it would. So I'm assuming he's only able to play on PrizePicks, or you're only looking on PrizePicks. They have him the highest right now. So, I mean, you're playing for the push. If you can get 20.5, I get that. But 21, I'm probably good on that.
Oh, so it's this?
Pass.
All right.
Yeah. PR, if anything.
Googly Eye Ring Girl says, "What's up, my boys? Nick Kern, 7 rebounds."
Let's see. Yeah, Kern was one that was kind of interesting on our radar, man. I really wish we would have jumped on that PRA last night.
I hate that he bumped. No, it was PR. It was 19.5, bro. Eric says Casper's off the board. Caspar. Same with Kylan. Yeah, something with Illinois. You were looking at that already.
Yeah, they should be back up already. They just confirmed that their center was going to be out tonight, which, I mean, he was doubtful anyways.
They probably needed to check.
Do we need to change anything, guys? Hold on. Pull him back, guys. No, we don't. All right, put him back.
Yeah, so Nick is definitely interesting. I don't know if it's better to just settle for his straight up rebounding. It's really hard to ignore his scoring upside. Like even in this game where he only took 4 field goal attempts, I mean he's getting to the free throw line a lot right now. So very crafty player. I'd be hard pressed to really take a stand on just a straight up rebounds. Do I think he has it in him? Yeah, absolutely. It's really an inflated line from what he's been doing recently. Like 5.5 would be a snap. 6.5, probably still the PR. Honestly, if I had to play something with the rebounds, the PR I still got to go with.
I noticed this dude a month ago, and I was watching the game, and he just came in and just took over the game, and I was like, this dude's crazy. And I remember I talked to Coach about it. I said, what's up with this Kern dude? He was like, oh, he's a baller. And then he just kept on getting better and better and better. And then they didn't give us his props for so long. Now they're finally giving us his props, and they're juiced. It's like, fuck, man. It's like we're a little bit late. Yeah. Right?
Well, he was coming off the bench, and he really hasn't had a difference in his usage rating, whether he's starting or coming off the bench. Now the biggest thing is just more solidified minutes, barring a blowout and foul trouble. So, I mean, it's elevating his lines a lot. You know, do I think he could, again, crush those rebounds? Sure, he could totally go out and have another 10 rebound game. But the scoring has definitely been something. So I wish we didn't get his lines bumped up already. That's really unfortunate. But if I was to go back to the well, I'd probably say the PR.
Okay. She said points actually are better, I think. And then I agree, further research shows his points are stronger. You're saying the PR, you could put them both together and have 2 options for him.
Yeah, because the matchup favors the rebounding a little bit more, but I mean, as we know, the rebounds can be a little bit more volatile sometimes. So I don't want to plant my flag on just one prop for a player who does a lot of everything. Even his fantasy, I think is kind of appropriate. The turnovers are a little bit annoying. Maybe he kind of shakes some of that once he gets used to playing with the starting five more, but. Yeah, the PRA would be more ideal, but I don't think they're going to offer that to us at all.
Okay, I think that's it for the comments for today. Perfect time.
Sweet. Yeah. So we're probably going to go ahead and roll out here. We got 49. No, not even 39 minutes. I'm tripping out. 39 minutes before this game starts.
Yeah. Yep. And it'll be a good one. Can hex Bruce Thornton every time he gets the ball. Don't pass. Shoot. Turnover. Trip. Something.
That's right. Go out, break a leg.
That's why unders are so fun. I don't want to cheer for someone to do bad. I'm not cheering for someone to do bad. I'm just cheering for him to not get 5 assists. And if he gets injured along the way, I mean, I'm not cheering for it, but we win.
Oh, that's right. I wanted to, one last little lean play again was one that we had talked about last night. Going back to the Pacific game here, but Nate Calmey's at 2.5 turnovers. I hate that, again, it's a high spread. It is a bit of a pace down for Nate in particular, but this dude has been a turnover Butterfinger machine all season. He averages like 2.7 on the season as a whole already, but his home road splits are way worse. He averages 4, just over 4 turnovers on every road game. I think he cleared in all but 2 road games so far on the season. One of them was just a terrible blowout and bad matchup, but close games, he's definitely struggled down the stretch, and the road games in particular have been quite a mess for him. So we do have the blowout risk here, but 2.5 is a pretty favorable line.
Okay. Guess what else, bro? We're only 8 subs away. 8 of them for 1,000.
Oh, let's go. Y'all are the real ones. We appreciate it. Alrighty. Well, Underrated, you got anything else, man, before we head out?
Nope. We're going to go get some food and get ready to watch this first game. And the next one's even more fun, too. With Big Casper and Hex Bruce and cheer for Mobley. Sounds fun to me.
All right, man. Sounds good. Well, keep an eye out. We will definitely have it on the radar in the Discord for the Tyler news in the late game. But other than that, we appreciate you guys hanging out on this light work, and we're going to see y'all back here tomorrow for a double feature, daytime stream, nighttime stream. We appreciate it, fam. Good luck tonight. We'll catch y'all back here tomorrow. Peace.